Hello everyone, so here's my severe weather map. This is for tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then this will probably extend eastward throughout Thursday night. So your main threat for severe thunderstorms is going to be across eastern Texas. I'm going to include Dallas in that threat. Louisiana, New Orleans, I'm going to include you in the threat, but your threat is somewhat less because you're further south and the low-level jet is further to the north. Oklahoma, Tulsa, you're going to be in the threat. Oklahoma City, you're too far west, I think. All of Arkansas, all of Missouri, St. Louis, you are definitely in that threat. Kansas, I think it's east of Kansas City and Kansas here. But Kansas City, Missouri, you're probably going to be in this severe weather threat. And then southern, I think that, what is that state? That's Iowa. Iowa, you're going to be in it. Southwestern Illinois. Chicago, it's not quite going to reach you, but you might get some showers with this. Western Kentucky, this is going to be more Thursday night, Thursday evening and Thursday night. And then the western areas, Thursday morning through Thursday afternoon, and maybe the early evening hours. Okay? Now, where do I think your greatest threat for tornadoes is going to be? Your greatest threat for tornadoes is going to be this entire area that I'm circling right now. Okay? So that would be eastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, southern Iowa, southeastern Nebraska, eastern Kansas, eastern Oklahoma. All of these areas, I think you could see some tornadoes tomorrow. Definitely some damaging winds, some hail, definitely. Heavy rain threat is to the south across these areas here. And then as you head east, your threat for a squall line is going to come further east. I already went over where that's going to be. And then Friday, I think your severe weather threat is mainly going to be down south here. But it won't be as potent because the low-level jet's going to be gone. However, you will have some surface-based instability, so I think you could see some surface-based stronger storms. But likely not going to see tornadoes. I would say heavy rain and maybe some hail and gusty winds would be your main threat on Friday. I'm going to put that threat across northern Florida, maybe even southern Florida. So we'll say all of Florida, Georgia, that's Alabama, right? Alabama. That's Mississippi. That's Louisiana. All right, I got it right. Eastern Mississippi here, I would say. Georgia, I said. And then extending into southeastern Tennessee, maybe eastern Tennessee, and then maybe into western portions of the Carolinas. I don't know if it's going to make it that far north though, but that would be your Friday threat for severe thunderstorms. And again, the threat would be less because your dynamics kind of fade as you head east. The low-level jet's going to be gone. Low-level jet's actually going to be all the way up here because the low pressure. You know, I should show you this. Hold on a second. Your low pressure. Alright, so here we are Thursday evening. This is the European model, by the way. Okay. This is Thursday evening. Your low is up here. By the way, you might have some snow on the northern end of this because you will have a cold air mass in place up here. I think most of this on the northern side is actually rain, but it could be some snow, maybe on the extreme northern end. It could be heavy at times. There's a really potent upper level system here. And then check this out. Remember how I said the low level jet's going to be bringing in moisture along the Gulf? Look at that. Louisiana, eastern Texas, you're going to be getting the heaviest rain, the most drenching thunderstorms out of everybody. And then up to the north, you get gusty thunderstorms with more of the tornado threat and the hail threat and the damaging wind threat, as I said. Now, this low, wow, just look at this. This is a lot of heavy rain here. New Orleans, you're going to be getting an inch or two of rain from these thunderstorms. Notice how the low starts to move northeast. Okay? And that is because... Alright, here's your trough now. I'm sorry, not your... Well, yeah, this is a shortwave. My mistake. It's not a trough. This is your shortwave. And this is going to be moving to the north and east. Really potent shortwave. See that? It starts to move to the north and east. It's negatively tilted, so it starts to move to the north and east. And there's your low. It's still going to be draping a cold front back across the entire south here, so that's why you have a severe weather threat down here on Friday. And then you probably have a threat for some showers up north where it's colder and there's not really a lot of dynamics present. So northeast here, extending back into the northern portions of the Midwest, Ohio Valley here, and then back into the Delmarva. You're going to have a threat for some showers Friday afternoon into Friday night. As this low moves on through, this is your precipitation map down here. Then Saturday that moves out, okay? And then, here's your next system. This is going to be a possible snowstorm across portions of New England, up into New England here. Some of the models are suggesting 6 or more inches of snow in these areas for Saturday night into Sunday. And what I'm worried about is the models have this low right here, this low, which could be bringing heavier snow up north. They have this low stalling out here, and even though it's going to be warm in most of southern New England during the day and northern portions of the Delmarva during the day on Sunday night it's going to get colder. And if it gets cold enough, I'm afraid that if this low is stalling out here, on the back end, you can get a couple of inches across Long Island, New York City, central northern New Jersey, and then southern Connecticut, across portions of Rhode Island, southeastern Massachusetts. I think you could get some wintry precipitation, possibly some snow, Sunday night. Some of the models are suggesting that. We're going to get more into that tomorrow, but these 2 videos tonight were mainly focused on the severe weather threat across the Midwest and South the next 2 days. I think that's the best job I've ever done on analyzing a severe weather threat. So, congratulations, you guys got to watch the good videos here, because usually I have a lot of trouble. That was really good, I think. I'm really proud of these videos I just made. Alright, so we'll have another update tomorrow, either on the winter storm this weekend or the severe weather. And the last thing I want to show you, a picture, satellite picture, of the big blizzard. Well, at least for Maine and Canada it was a blizzard, and Cape Cod. Hold on. Alright, now take a look at this. Okay, this is your satellite picture. This is the storm. Your center of low pressure is right in here. Okay? Look at this swirl. This is a monster storm. The central pressure of this was sub 960 this afternoon, not millibars. That is equivalent to a hurricane strength low pressure system. Central pressure, excuse me, of below 960 millibars. This looks like a hurricane. It isn't a hurricane, but it's just, a monster storm. Could you imagine? Look how far this thing is out. Just to give you a hint, Long Island is right in here, okay? If this low was just 50 or 100 miles shifted to the northwest, could you imagine the impacts this would have brought to the New England and Delmarva? Can you imagine that? This would have been unbelievable. There would have been 2 to 3 feet of snow, guaranteed. 2 to 3 feet of snow in some locations, if it came further west. But no, it decided to go out to sea and spare us all, except Cape Cod and down East Maine and Canada. But trust me, it could have been a lot worse. So if you're, I think most of you should be grateful that this storm went out to sea, because this is just a massive storm. I really wanted this to come back further west so I could forecast a cataclysmic event. But severe weather is good enough for me. Alright, so that is your forecast, and this storm is now moving out, so we're not going to worry about this. But if I have time this weekend, I will kind of do a video to review this storm and kind of give it the credit it deserves, because this is the strongest storm of the winter right here. It just didn't come close enough to the coast. Alright, thank you very much, folks. We'll be back tomorrow with an analysis on the next possible winter storm and severe weather. Alright, thanks, folks.